Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are...
Hopefully awesome.
That's right, a positive place on the internet where we're nerding about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky thing is... Beast Wars. Banana. Beast Wars.
I feel like I could pedal a bike to it. Ride my bike. Wait, Austin Powers.
Hey, I hope you're still here. Thanks for hanging out with us.
They left.
This is Going Back to Beast Wars, our weekly video podcast where we hang out and recap Beast Wars Transformers as we get ready for Transformers Rise of the Beasts. That's right. If this is your first time watching, welcome. That was very loud. I'm so sorry. But welcome. This is Maggie's first time watching Beast Wars. This is my rewatch. I've seen the series probably 9-10 times. Yeah. But it has been about 5 years since the last time I watched. So it's fun kind of rediscovering everything.
Revisiting.
Yes. So that's what we're going to do today. We are on episodes 9, 10, 11, and 12, I believe. We'll figure out when we get to the end.
It'll be a surprise.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. I can get to the end here. Let's see. There's 10 and yeah, episode 12. So 9, 10, 11, and 12. Remember, if you would like to watch Beast Wars, it is available over on YouTube under Al's Replay. That's the name of the channel. AL' S Replay. They've upgraded it to 4K. And in HD if you just want to watch HD. And they look great. Now, I mean, obviously, if you're a purist, I think you can watch on Pluto or something, but the whole series is there. But yeah, enough of that. Enough of this crap. It's time. The war has started because we're going back to Beast Wars. Beast Wars! That's right, everybody. We are back again for another special edition of Beast Wars. Thanks, Maggie. All right, so we begin things with episode 9, A Better Mousetrap. Season 1, episode 9. Episode 9 overall. The original air date was October 8th, 1996. Written by Chris Webber and Karen Wilson. Directed by Jay Faulkner. The Falconer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got?
That's all I got. I think I have, like, when they've done... Yeah, I have when they've done previous episodes. So this is the first time either of these have worked on this. So,
okay.
We begin in the caverns beneath the Axelon, which, if you don't remember, Maggie, is the Maximal base.
Okay.
I think. Full disclosure... It's been a hot minute since we recorded one of these. Yeah. We kind of did a bunch over Christmas break, and now we're back, and my brain's it's getting caught up. You know,
it's been raining all day.
Who would have thought watching the episodes and then talking about them a week and a half later would be a bad idea? Who would have thought? I got the synopsis right here.
Sometimes it works in our favor with Smallville, though.
It's true. So we'll see. Maybe this will work in our favor. So in the caverns beneath the Axelon, Blackarachnia, Waspinator, and Terrorsaur dig a hole to deliver a sonic emitter that will allow the Predacons to access the Maximal base unhindered. When Waspinator leaves, Terrorsaur is stuck doing the labor.
Yeah.
Waspinator doesn't want to do this anymore. Waspinator is not doing this anymore. And then you do Terrorsaur.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Terrorsaur! That's not a good Terrorsaur. On aboard... God just came up. On aboard the Axelon, Rhinox shows a holographic simulation of the Axelon's new defenses. To Rattrap and to Optimus Primal. Yeah. Cheetor detects a Predacon in a sector of maximal territory. Primal and Megatron go to see what Waspinator has been buzzing around the area a lot recently.
I want to be with Megatron.
Tigertron, join me out in the woods. Dinobot is unimpressed. by how non-lethal the Axolon's new defenses are. Yeah, Rattrap activates the defense against Dinobot to display how effective they can be. That's not a bad Rattrap. All right? Like, I don't think I've done a Rattrap impression, but that's not bad.
Isn't he a little bit like Joey?
Yeah, hey, go Mets, baby! You mess with the Maximals, you mess with all of us. Hey, yo! Hey. Yeah, Rattrap!
A better mousetrap.
It's not bad. Like, honestly. Like, I don't want to toot my own horn.
No.
But
he did. It just stopped. It died.
He activates the defenses against Dinobot to display how effective they can be. The enraged Dinobot breaks free from the restraints fastened around him and attacks the rat, but misses and impels the controls for the entire base's defense grid. And Rhinox is like, God damn it. And just
he's
throws a wrench down. He's like,
I've worked so hard on this.
Rhinox angry.
The Hulk?
All right, so let's see. But misses, and then the console registers the Maximals as intruders, forcing the occupants of the base to vacate. Rattrap stays behind and hides inside a ventilation shaft so he can figure out how to disable the defenses. Tigatron and Optimus Primal find Waspinator high on sugar. High on sugar? He's high on sugar? And flying around aimlessly? I don't know.
I didn't think so. I just know he just says he'd rather be with Megatron.
Waspinator doesn't like... No.
You can do Waspinator good.
Waspinator... I don't have it. I don't have it today.
It's more nasally, isn't it?
Waspinator doesn't like this. Waspinator... I can't do it today. It's just not with me, man. When Primal gets Waspinator's attention, he runs away. No, Primal! Primal chases after it, has a surprisingly hard time keeping up with the hyperactive Hornet. Primal returns home to see what irregularities are going on with Sentinel. Hunting alone, Tigatron follows Waspinator's scent through a tunnel, the entrance hidden by a holographic projector. You can't hide from Tigatron, Waspinator.
How clever.
I'm more tiger than Maximal.
Than bot. Tigers.
Pussy's got claws. Inside the Axolon, Rattrap works his way around a pool of zero friction fluid.
Go Mets.
Surfing over it.
Oh my God. That's such a Fox Kids thing right there.
You got cheesy blasters. He scampers and dances to avoid other defense systems. His marksman and demolitions expert skills come in useful as he works his way towards the ship's core. However, Optimus Primal arrives at the Axolon and meets with the others locked outside. They explain what the situation is and where Rattrap is. Rhinox is like, God damn Rattrap.
You had to do that to Donna.
It took me 4 years to get up enough to build this Primal. And now, God damn Rattrap and Donna, if you two fucks don't
learn how to get along right now, I'm gonna build you into the Sentinel.
But build him into it? Oh, you're slag. Tigatron finds the 3 Predacons underground in the excavation operation. He grabs their device and runs away with it. I've got to get this back to Primal. That's a terrible Tigatron.
Or tigers.
Blackarachnia demands he return it, explaining that the device is an explosive. Wow. You want to try it again?
Return it!
Okay. Tigatron complies and tosses it at the Predacons, who all run away from the machine before it detonates. Tigatron also runs away when the device explodes. It collapses a huge portion of the land outside of the Axolon, but not harming the Axolon itself. Shut up. One battle over, Tigatron meets with the rest of the Maximals. Rattrap enters the room where Sentinel's core is stored. Ah, so this is where the store is called.
It says go Met.
The internal defenses continue to try to purge him, but before he's terminated, he hits the big red button to deactivate the Sentinel. Yeah, where's the cream filling?
Hostess. Now that's the stuff.
Now that's the stuff. Outside, the shield deactivates. Rhinox determines that this is because of Rattrap must have been killed by the haywire defenses.
Oh.
The Maximals sadly say a few words to remember their annoying, stinky friend who sacrificed himself trying to save him. Ah, yes. I wouldn't call him a friend, but he was a rat.
Are you?
That's it. I call dibs on his cheese.
Are you being Jack Nicholson from the Batman?
No.
For Batman?
No, I'm Dinobot.
No, he sounds more conniving than that. No, he's not Hannibal either.
Until the Axelon hatch opens and out comes Rattrap, alive and well.
Wow.
His mission a success. Gee, it's nice to know that you guys don't like me now, you see.
Have you become Cajun?
Flag! Rattrap did it again. that was Cheetor.
Oh.
That's Cheetor. Just Rattrap, you're so funny. You're such a clever little Rattrap. Oh my gosh.
He was in a mousetrap.
You're such a kidder. Oh man. That's what Cheetor
Rattrap was in a mousetrap.
You guys are such goobers.
I got cheesy blasters.
The end. That's the whole episode.
Good job, everybody.
Wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. You know, we're getting into the swing of just what a normal episode of Beast Wars is, you know. Yeah. Do I enjoy it? Yeah. It's fun. Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm looking forward to when we can start getting some miniseries stuff going on, I'll be honest, which happens in the next episode. Not the next episode, but the next episode. But yeah, before we get into the next episode, check out this word from our sponsors.
This episode is brought to you by patreon.com/hopefullyawesome.
That's right. At the $5 tier, you can have access to every episode we make ad-free and have your name listed in the credits of every video. At $10, you'll be able to get access to our all-new exclusive shows right here on patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. Those include Hopefully Weekly, a weekly show where Maggie and I catch up on all the things that's happened over the past week, both in our life and in the world around us. Family Game Night, a weekly show where Maggie and I will play a variety of board games, from Blockbuster Party Game all the way to Fast and the Furious Heist Game, whatever that is.
Highway Heist.
The Hopefully Awesome movie commentary that we'll do once a month, where Maggie and I will watch one of our favorite films and then record us talking about it over it. Kind of like a mix between Mystery Science Theater 3000 and, just us goofing off and talking about nothing related to the film. And lastly, Matt plus Maggie. This is our monthly show where Maggie and I talk about our relationship. I don't think we'll be giving any advice, but hey, tune in. It'll be fun. And if you want to go above and beyond at the $25 level, not only do you get everything that we've just talked about, but you also get a verbal shout out as our Patreon producer of the entire month. All this and more.
So sign up at patreon.com/hopefullyawesome today.
All right. Thank you for that word, Matt and Maggie. We will be sure and do those things. Hey, remember, if you'd like to get this show ad-free and the audio podcast version, head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome, where you can get that today. So now we move into season 1, episode 10, Guerrilla Warfare. Mm-hmm. Get it? Because Optimus Primal's a gorilla.
Let's play on words. God, that sounds horrible.
Season 1, episode 10. Episode 10 overall. Original air date, October 14th, 1996. That would make this one of the October sweeps. I'm joking. Those are in November. That doesn't
work.
They're in November. Written by Greg Johnson, whose previous episodes include Equal Measures. That's the one that had the teleporter in it. And directed by James Bouchier. Bouchier. No previous episodes. So here we go. While out on a specimen gathering mission, Optimus Primal and Dinobot argue over the importance of studying the local flora.
Do we have to pick up buds.
Because, Dinobot, we are explorers. And we need to learn about this planet that we're on. Nobody knows who and where we are. But once we know, then all are one. Or some bullshit. Who knows what he said. But Primal finds it valuable while Dinobot thinks the whole mission is pointless and dangerous. As he turns around to leave, the plant Primal is studying shoots a seed pod at Dinobot that lands right at the top of his neck, right where he can't reach. Dinobot! Get it off! Get it off! Remember, he freaks out.
Well, I don't blame him. He can't reach it to get it.
Randy!
Rattrap!
As Dinobot struggles, Primal helps remove the pod and notes that they've learned something. Just then, the pair are ambushed by Scorponok, who manages to implant a cyber bee onto Optimus Primal's chest before being driven away. Back at the Axelon, Primal recuperates in a CR chamber while Dinobot explains the bee is a viral mind designed by Scorponok. I can't do it. To infect Optimus's core, his systems, and humble his personality, making him too cowardly to lead adequately.
Make you more of a coward.
Until he comes back, I suggest I take on as leader, as I am the biggest warrior here.
No,
I think I should be the one in charge there, Dinobot.
I'm second in command.
Hey, welcome to Worcester.
Wow.
But Rhinox deduces that because the mine has infected all of Primal's core systems, removing the bee is impossible without killing the Maximal Commander. And doing so would trigger a self-destruct that would destroy everything within sprinting distance.
Gosh.
But as they wonder what to do next, the CR chamber shakes and is blasted apart. Out stops Optimus Primal, ready to battle. All right, who's next? Who wants a piece? I'm Optimus Primal.
Who wants a piece of daddy?
They're gonna be slag. The Cyber Bee has had the opposite effect on Primal, turning him into a crazed berserker. Shink, shink. Randy! Obviously, Scorponok's notorious incompetence has caused the Predacons' plan to backfire. Still, in his current state, Primal is now a danger to himself and his teammates, and is still at risk of perishing under the system's drain of the mine. Primal orders his troops to lock him up. I can't hold it off much more. You got it. Lock me up, slag! As they wonder what to do next, the CR chamber shakes. Wait, I already read that. The Maximals debate over what to do next, knowing that Scorponok would have the antivirus for the mine, but unsure of how to acquire it. With what little bit of clarity he has left, Optimus Primal convinces Cheetor that they could use the mine against the Predacons, and Cheetor releases him. Cheetor, listen, I've contained it enough. For just a moment.
What is it, boss?
We got to take the fight to the Predacons.
Okay.
We could, listen, I'm not in control, but if you could just aim me at the Predacons, I think maybe we could turn them into slag.
Okay, all right, Big Bot.
You really think so, Big Monkey Bot? Cheetor is worthless. All right, I'm calling it right now. I love him to death. He's a fucking child. All right, he's the Daniel of the Beast Wars. Okay.
Oh my god.
And so, and Cheetor's like, maybe that's a good idea, there, Big Bot. And Primal wants to take advantage of their enemy's line. Nope. I don't know where I'm at. The Maximals debate over what to do. Cheetor, that they could use the mine against the Predacons, and Cheetor releases him. Primal wants to take advantage of their enemy's lack of knowledge of the mine's malfunction to launch a surprise assault. When brought to the rest of the crew, his plan is shot down as being far too risky and dangerous to attempt. Optimus accidentally shoots and activates an alarm, which then sets him into a tantrum. The Maximals try to stop him, but Primal shoves them all away and takes off for the Pred base on his own. Fine! Slag! You slags don't want to fight? Then let me fight!
Bye.
This Optimus is beginning to grow on me.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if he's seeing anybody back at Cybertron. I digress.
Can he keep the bee on him?
Their options running short. Dinobot ironically suggests that they think like the old Optimus and proposes negotiating with the Predacons for the cure, but their attempt only serves to give the Predacons advance warning of Optimus Primal's new state and his incoming assault, but not before Megatron kicks Scorponok for being an incompetent bug. Yes. Now, with the Preds on full alert and with no other course of action to take, the Maximals begrudgingly follow Optimus to the Predacon base to give him covering fire in his one-ape assault, or as one might call, his guerrilla warfare. After blasting his way in, Optimus Primal takes on Tarantulas and pins him to the wall with his own weapon. Primal then breaks through another wall to grab Waspinator and blow him away. Outside, the Maximals take on Blackarachnia and Terrorsaur. I can't do it. Giving Cheetor a chance to run inside the base. I got you, big butt. After tearing through the Predacon crew, Optimus Primal ends up confronting Megatron. Megatron. One shall live, one shall fall. I think it's stand, and I said it the wrong way. Megatron, who teasingly dangles the cure in front of the nose while giving an ultimatum. Submit and live, or stay defiant and die from the mind. Yes.
Yes.
Ooh, Boulevard. Ooh.
Beauregard.
Inspired by the plant specimen from his mission with Dinobot, Optimus chooses a third option and rips the bee from his chest, activating its self-destruct. He tosses it at Megatron and attaches it to the Predacon leader's back, where he can't reach. Scorponok, you worthless piece of slag! Get this off of me! Yes! He says yes every time. Megatron drops the antivirus and flees to Scorponok for help. Fortunately for Primal, Cheetor manages to arrive just in time to grab the big bot and grab the cure and administer it to the Maximal leader before his spark gives out. Megatron reaches Scorponok, but not in time, and the Cyber Bee blows just as the Maximals rush outside the base.
The end.
Of Beast Wars.
The end of Beast Wars.
Optimus Primal recuperates in his quarters and finds Dinobot watching over him. Dinobot, did I have a dream, or was I just fucking slagging Preds left and right? You feel me, dog?
I loved you like that, Optimus Primal.
Boom, boom, boom.
You were so powerful and aggressive. A bot of my own dreams. Got my engine running.
Dinobot shares an uncharacteristic sentiment that he's glad Optimus is back and wanders out. Primal sees the former Predacon has brought him a sample of the flower they were studying earlier. The end.
They're in love.
I brought you a flower.
They're in love.
A reach around. Season 1, episode 11. The probe. That's right, everybody. Now, this episode kicks a lot of ass. All right. We get this episode. I think this is the turning point of Beast Wars where, like, it's been good.
Yeah.
But this is where it's like, this shit is going to be great. All right. This shit fucking rocks. So, episode 11 overall. Original air date, October 15th, 1996. Written by Craig Miller. Craig Miller. Not Greg Miller.
Craig.
Not Greg Miller. Craig Miller. And Marv Wolfman. Marv Wolfman's previous episodes include Gen 1's The Return of Optimus Prime, parts 1 and 2, and freaking Crisis on Infinite Earths, the comic book, the original, his Teen Titans run. Fucking Marv Wolfman, Maggie. This guy is
Marv?
like... This guy is like prolific. Okay. All right?
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
And the fact that they got him to come in and write this episode of Beast Wars is just, it's incredible. It's ridiculous. Directed by Ezekiel Norton. No previous credits for him. The synopsis. Numerous temporal probes are launched from Cybertron, programmed to search through time for the missing Axelon. That's right. They know they could be anywhere and anytime. One pod floats through the rift in space-time created by Megatron and approaches the planet on which the Beast Wars are taking place. On the planet's surface, Cheetor challenges his Maximal teammates to a race home. Hey, come on, guys, let's take a race.
I'll beat you. I'm faster than you.
No, you. Rattrap does a commendable job in keeping up with the cheetah, but Optimus Primal wins the race by using flight mode. Primal.
You cheated. You slag.
That's what I'm talking about, Big Bot. You got us. You sure showed us, you big goober. Monkeys are flying, am I right, Big Bot?
Cheetor, shut up. You're sucker.
You ever seen The Wizard of Oz, Big Bot? Monkeys are flying in that too. You remember that? Nah. All right.
Shut up, you slag.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go make some cheesy blasters. I'll see you on the flip side. Beep-a-deep-boo. Oh, pop-a-deep-pop-poo-pop. And then he just skedaddles away.
Wow.
I miss Catbot. But Optimus Primal wins the race. Primal and Dinobot scold Cheetor for letting his guard down. You shouldn't have let your guard down. Once inside, the four Maximals meet with Rhinox, who is trying to use the ship scanners. I detect something. Optimus, I detect something in space.
What did you find?
I don't know. I'm trying to get a lock on it. Hey, let me pull up a visual here. Rhinox. It looks like an orbital object. What is that? Slag. Do you see what I see? Could that be? I can't. It's a probe. It's a temporal probe. Sorry, right? I was like doing every character for a second, and I lost it. Rhinox makes an attempt to contact the probe, but it moves out of range before communication can be established. However, there's one more chance to get the probe's attention by duplicating the Axelon's transwarp signal. By the time the probe makes its return journey, the Maximals are happy, except for Dinobot.
That's not my home.
Some of us don't want to go back home. The next morning, the Maximals begin construction on the signal array they'll use to contact the probe. Although they're in Predacon territory, they have Tigatron protecting them. I will watch over the probe.
I can't do it.
Yeah. Tigatron detects a tipsy Waspinator.
Is Waspinator high or drunk half the time?
He's a Waspinator.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna molest the insect wave. Oh, I gotcha. But by shooting down Waspinator, he makes himself a target of the Transformation Lock Lens, a diabolical machine that Tarantulas has built. Eventually, the device fires a beam and hits Tigatron, trapping him in his beast mode. That's right. No more bots. No more maximizing. Okay? So I'm not Mr. Optimus Prime, okay? So I can't maximize and roll out, okay? So I'm not Mr. I'm gonna be on the Cybertron committee, okay?
Take it down a notch, man.
He can't do it.
Okay.
He can't transform. Listen, happens to everybody. All right? Sometimes you just can't transform.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Just can't keep.
It's a natural part of life. All right? One day you're transforming like you're a little youngling. Next thing you know, you can't transform like you're Rhinox or something. You go from having a horn like Rhinox to I don't need to say this.
No, don't do it. Don't do it then. God, look.
All right, I'm saying it. One day you go from
having a horn
like Rhinox to having a pussy like Tigatron. Because he's a cat. He's a cat. Pussy cat. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just being honest. Come on, give it to me.
No.
That was good. Hey, where's the cream filling?
No, that's the stuff. Hostess.
Cheetor arrives to aid Tigatron, but quickly finds himself in the same situation. Maximize! What? Maximize! Oh, no! Oh! The construction site, Dinobot admits that he imagines that upon returning to Cybertron, he'll be persecuted as a Predacon, but Optimus Primal assures him that that won't happen. Scorponok, spying on the Maximals, films some footage of the device and sends it to Megatron will be very pleased via Terrorsaur. Once the device is complete, Scorponok begins an attack upon it, but it's quickly blasted away before the array can be damaged. All the array needs is a transwarp component, which Rhinox will deliver from the Axelon. The two cats have been caged inside the Predacon base, where Megatron reviews footage of the Maximals constructing the signal array. Ah, yes. There's an array. Ah, yes. Cheetor accidentally lets slip that the array is being made to contact a probe. A probe, yes. The Predacons rush out of the room, leaving the captives unsupervised. Hey, swing with me, little cat. Tigatron begins to swing his suspended cage. Hey, that's a great idea, Tigatron. Hey. And the two cages soon strike each other, knocking their bottom panels open, if you know what I'm saying. Yes. Tigatron. Yes, Megatron enjoys, yes. Now look at each other.
Oh my god.
Tigatron lands on his feet and catches Cheetor, saving him from a lava bath.
Cats don't like lava baths.
Good thing I almost lost one of my 9 lives. Cheetor's the worst. Can we all agree? Like, I don't know if any of the other characters are worse than Cheetor. Like, I'm including Predacons here.
Okay.
All right. Like, don't get me wrong. He's fine.
He's okay.
Like, and I like that he's in the trailer for the movie. Yeah. Right? Like, that's cool.
But are they gonna make him better?
Are they gonna make him just a huge fucking idiot? You know, like, and I don't know if that's just our version of him or if that's the real version of him, because I think it's the real version of him.
Maybe
you know,
it is, man.
He reminds me of Justin from Power Rangers Turbo. Okay. It's like, guys, I'm the new Blue Ranger. And they're like, yeah, I don't have a license to drive. Good thing you don't need one to drive a Zord.
You're not a teenager.
Fuck. Jesus, now I gotta watch over this little fuck. Look at him. He's got a goddamn bowl cut.
Yeah.
Like he's
a loser.
Like he's fucking Andy... the brothers, I can't do it. The brothers from Brotherly Love and Horse Sons.
Lawrence Brothers.
He's got a bowl cut like he's fucking Andy Lawrence. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
That was worth it.
Yeah, good job.
Tigatron lands on his feet, catches Cheetor. They then head for the Predacons' restoration chambers to escape the transformation lock. This will get us back on our feet. Am I right, big cat? Fuck Cheetor. Fuck. Can you just shut the fuck up just once?
Can you just be serious?
Jesus.
Not everything's a game, you turd.
I guess you're right.
That you're a turd? Yeah.
Terrorsaur. There it is. Attacks the array, but the 3 Maximals scare off the flyer in short order. Dinobot comments that Terrorsaur always was a coward. Megatron agrees, yes, but notes that he still makes a great diversion. That was terrible. He and the 2 spiders engage the Maximals at closer range. With Tarantulas' device to assist them, Dinobot is locked into his beast mode and is defeated with several kicks from Blackarachnia. But Rattrap blasts Blackarachnia over the edge of a cliff. With her out of the picture, Rattrap talks to Dinobot, who's experiencing transformational dysfunction. Yeah, I figured you was one of those guys that couldn't get it up in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
That's not my problem, Rattrap.
Yeah, we're all gonna die. Rattrap figures out what's wrong. An instant before The lock lens strikes him as well. Fuck. The two Maximals are then blasted by Megatron. Yes. Optimus Primal defeats Tarantulas, but is then locked into his beast mode like the others. Nonetheless, he manages to fend off Megatron's next attempt to destroy the array, but is soon subdued. Megatron prepares to end Primal, but Rhinox arrives just in time, sending Megatron flying with a mighty punch. With the Predacons defeated, Rhinox activates the array. He only needs to enter in the code that will allow the array to mimic the Axelon's transwarp signal and contact the probe. But at the crucial moment, Tarantulas' evil device strikes Rhinox.
Oh, man.
Lacking fingers in his beast mode,
I'm a rhino. I don't have opposable thumbs.
That's... How dare you. Opposable thumb. Opposable thumb. Opposable thumb. I got one. That was on something. He can't enter the codes and convinces Optimus he has to do it. But before Primal can input the codes, Megatron destroys the array. Yes, I'm afraid you will be quite missing the probe this time. Yes.
You don't get the enjoyment from the probe this time.
Rhinox. You're looking pretty horny, Rhinox.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Megatron prepares to finish off Optimus Primal and Rhinox, but Cheetor and Tigatron arrive, destroying Tarantulas' device and driving off Megatron. I feel like I'm in blackout. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's happening.
It's where you're reading so fast, I think.
Oh, jeez. Sorry, that was really weird. Megatron prepares to finish them off, but they show up, they damage, blah, blah, blah. But the damage has been done. The probe flies past the planet uncontacted. Megatron boasts that the war will continue until he wins. The Maximals worry that they may never be rescued.
We'll never get home to see the Mets play.
Well, that's just Prime. The end. That was a great episode.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Like we saw Cybertron.
Yeah.
And then
yeah,
it ended cool. On a bummer.
Yeah,
which is great. I love the bummer episodes. I do. Like,
it's like, in your face.
Yeah, you thought something was going to be going on good, but you was wrong, didn't you? Beast Wars will be back after these messages, you old turkey. Season 1, episode 12, Victory. Episode 12 overall. Wow. Original air date was November 1st, 1996. Written by Wendy Reardon. No previous credits. Directed by Steve Ball. Previous episodes include Beast Wars Part 2 and Fallen Comrades. I forget which one Fallen Comrades was. Was that the one that Tigatron showed?
I think so.
Let's see here. Through a secret spy cam installed in the Predacon base, the Maximals watch as the Predacons attempt to use a device to increase the size and power of Energon crystals. But when the experiment fails and Megatron demands another crystal specimen for a retest, his troops refuse. Apparently, the continuous testing has wasted most of their Energon supplies, and this latest failure has convinced the other Predacons to turn on their leader. A firefight soon breaks out, which ends up detonating the remaining Energon in a huge explosion that seems to destroy the Predacon. Pedacon is a very different thing. The Predacon base. As the video feed goes dead, the Maximals are shocked. They have just won the Beast Wars.
Way to go, boys.
I think this means we won.
I think it's over with.
Prime? Did we win the Beast Wars? Sure seems that way. Oh, wow. We won the war without even having to pull a trigger. Fuck you, Cheetor.
Yes. They're dead.
Heading to the Predacon base to investigate, the Maximals find it in ruins, with little more than charred debris and a few scant Predacon parts to confirm the group's demise. Rattrap's sensitive guy that he is rather pleased at the development, while Dinobot is more somber, enough to completely ignore Rattrap's attempts to pick an argument with him. Despite defecting, he still feels some kinship with the Predacons and laments their destruction. Yes.
They were warriors.
They killed themselves.
They killed themselves.
However, Dinobot's loss in the other Maximals gain as they decide to ransack the Predacon base for its star drive components in order to repair the Axelon for the trip home. As the repairs are completed, Dinobot comes clean with Optimus Primal about his mood as of late. He's convinced that he'll be executed as a Predacon criminal if he returns to Cybertron, and would rather try and tame the wild world that they found themselves on. Optimus Primal, being an Optimus, tries to convince him that they'll stand up for him, but his mind is set, and he is eventually let go to wander the wilderness into the wild. Just as the Maximals are ready to take off, though, the wandering Dinobot stumbles upon the very alive and functional Predacon crew hiding in a crevice. They had found the spy camera before the incident and used it to trick the Maximals into thinking we were dead, yes. Planning on stealing the repaired Axelon and leaving the Maximals stranded. Dinobot makes a mad dash back to the Maximal ship to warn the Predacons' duplicity, but gives himself away to the Predacons, who give chase in an attempt to stop him. Fortunately, Dinobot is to get within the Maximals' visual range before he's gunned down, and Optimus Primal and Cheetor head down to help them. The launch cannot be aborted, though, so he insists they take off without him or Dinobot if they're not able to get back in time.
But we need you.
No, I don't never leave a Maximal behind.
But he's not a Maximal.
Fuck you, Monkey Man out.
I am going to go too.
Sit your slagging ass down.
But
slag you. You slag. I need someone to run the communications in this.
Okay.
What about you, Rattrap? Are you going to try and run away?
No.
No, I think I want to definitely not be getting into that.
I can't wait to see the new Mets.
I can't wait to be king. Everybody look left. Everybody look right. Everywhere you look, Rattrap standing in the spotlight. Yeah. That was terrible. Yeah. Cheetor is able to get to Dinobot to safety in the ensuing beep bop boop in the fire vibe, but Optimus is tagged by an errant missile from Scorponok, sending him plummeting. Soon afterwards, Megatron himself manages to get on board and briefly takes out most of the other Maximals before being subdued and ejected from the ship by Rhinox. Slag you, Megatron.
Get the slag off my ship.
The scuffle, though, has the unforeseen consequences of jamming Megatron's tail weapon into the control console, cutting the Axelon's engines and sending it in a one-way trip back to the terra firma. All seems lost when Optimus, now fully recovered, comes in to save the day, pulling a Superman and exhausting his jetpack to slow the ship's descent enough to ease it back to its original place.
Optimus Primal can save
Look,
the day.
up in the sky. What is that? Is that a bird? Is it a plane?
He is Optimus Primal can save the day.
It's Big Bot. Although no one is critically injured, the collateral damage has been done. The Axelon will never fly again. And just to ensure that everything is back to normal, Rattrap and Dinobot are right back to verbally tearing into each other to the other Maximals' amusement. We're all gonna die. The end. That's it. I gotta say, I like the last two more than the first two.
Yes.
It's definitely fun seeing Dinobot getting into a little bit more character.
Yes.
The fact that we see him
He's my
lament
favorite.
his fallen characters or his fallen
comrades.
Yeah. It definitely shows that there's more to Dinobot than
more than
meets the eyes.
Transformers.
All right. But yeah, always, I love seeing it tie back into Cybertron and stuff. That's always one of my favorite things. We don't get a whole lot of it.
No.
It's kind of like Smallville. Like, it comes very sparingly, but when we get it, man, let me tell you. When we get it, it's that sweet nectar. Waspinator. It's time for the countdown to Beasts. 19 weeks until
Oh, God.
the Beast tries. scared me. This has been the countdown to Beasts. All right.
Beast War.
Now let's get into war. What is it good for?
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
War!
That's right. This is where we talk about how the war has progressed so far in Beast Wars. In episode 9, this is the first appearance of the maximal defense system Sentinel, a series of weapons and shields designed to protect the Axelon. Usually it's used for external threats rather than the internal ones seen in this episode. Sentinel becomes like a huge piece. That's honestly, I was surprised wasn't there from day one. I remember just it being like there always. Like it was as much of the show as like Optimus was.
Yeah.
Episode 11, we see Cybertron actively trying to locate the lost Maximals.
Yeah.
So that is how the war progressed this week. Next up, let's get into the In Memoriam. That's right, everybody. This week on episode 9, we lost Rattrap, but not really. I gotta say, that was really funny. When they all thought he was dead and they all are talking shit about him.
I like Dinobots.
Yeah,
eulogy.
Dinobots was definitely
That was the
best. Yeah, I love that. All right. Next up, we got words of leadership from Optimus Prime.
Well, that's just Prime.
So, episode 9, Optimus Primal. He was a difficult Maximal to deal with, at times impossible, but I'll remember him with honor. I want to grace his memory with lies. He was a stinking omnivore's pestilence, still, in some perverse way. I will miss him. There you go. You want to take the puppy dog.
Oh, Lord.
Episode 10. Just because we bumped into Predacons is no reason to stop learning new things. Episode 11. You're a Maximal now, and we'll see that you're treated as one. I need to work on my Optimus thing. Episode 12. We're all gonna die. Wait, look, down in the sky. Is it a bird? Maybe a plane? Nah, it's Optimus!
Optimus Primal
For real.
is my name.
If you didn't watch this episode, they for real did that.
They did.
It was straight up Superman.
Yeah.
It's pretty great, I'm not gonna lie. Next up, puberty, but with Transformers.
Yeah. Big change.
Episode 9, Rattrap has had a bit of a personality change. Some would say an upgrade. The guy who, in the first episode, refused to fire back at the Predacons in case it put him to danger, who spent all his time talking back to authority figures and made perfectly clear that his main priority was himself, that guy is the one that volunteers to correct a mistake he created at risk to his own life and without being asked. Just because it's the right thing to do. Even Rattrap himself notices this change. Quote, I'm beginning to sound like Optimus Pinhead over here. Episode 10, Dinobot is shown to have grown and be more caring towards his fellow Maximals. Episode 12, though the two have been at odds since the beginning of the series, this is perhaps the first episode where Rattrap and Dinobot's constant feuding moves towards good-natured bickering. Rattrap is relieved when angsting Dinobot starts issuing comebacks to his insults again and offers constructive criticism on them. At the end of the episode, Optimus and Cheetor watch them volley insults back and forth with fondness. All right, now let's get into Transformers references. Part of a bigger universe, you just don't know it yet.
You become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
So, we got some fun ones. In episode 10, this is the first reference to a spark in any Transformers animated continuity when Primal mutters, spark, fading, after the Cyber Bee is removed. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like even, I guess that was the matrix of leadership is what they called it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that was a spark though.
Yeah.
In the movie.
But they didn't straight up call it a spark the entire time.
So I guess maybe that's a retcon?
Maybe.
Like, I mean, maybe it just was never covered, but I guess that they kind of want all Transformers to have that spark,
Yeah.
but for some reason that one was special because it was the leadership
Yeah.
thing. Well, I guess it was enclosed in the thing. I don't know. That's interesting. They do go into more detail about sparks in general in this show, so maybe we'll get some clarification on that later. But that's really crazy. I mean, I would have thought that was continuity from day one.
Yeah.
You know, that's wild. In the scene where Primal bursts into the Pred base, he swiftly punches through the wall with Waspinator on the other side and drags him back through the hole. This could be a reference to a similar sequence in RoboCop, especially with Optimus's stompy footsteps beforehand.
That's funny.
The Cybertronics on the screen in Scorponok's lab reads, "You've got problems." Though the text message is upside down.
You've got problems.
So it's like if you
got
to the
mail.
trouble, if
You've got problems.
Well, it's like if you went to the trouble to figure out what it says. It says you've got problems.
So in other words, you got problems. You got too much time on your hands to figure this out, man.
Basically, yeah. In episode 11, this is the first time we actually see Cybertron. This is the probe episode. Outside of a dream sequence in the web, of course, we saw during that one. But this is the first real Cybertron. There's a bustling neon-lit city with flying cars and an orbiting city spaceport that launches the probes, completely with a voiceover from an unseen Maximal official voiced by Doug Parker.
Doug.
Doug. I think he's the voice of another character, I think.
Okay.
Let's see. Tarantulas' transformation lock device has a similar function to Megatron's transfixiation device in the G1 episode, the Autobot run. However, Tarantulas' device is a step ahead, forcing the target back into their alternate mode. It can also fly on its own. Like in the original episode, the good guys are shown to be slightly useless when stuck in their alt modes. So I guess they were stuck in their
the
car
cars.
modes, which would be kind of useless, I guess. This episode has another reference to the Inferno, the soon-to-be renamed Transformers version of Hell.
Oh.
Yeah, early on they call it the Inferno. Later on they call it something else. I forget.
Hell.
Yeah, maybe. And there's a reason, and we'll cover that when it happens. But Tigatron's exclamation of "By the Matrix, what's happening?" is the first reference to the various meanings of Matrix to show up in the series.
Yeah.
Obviously the Matrix of
leadership.
you know. Scorponok's black and white POV shot has purple Cybertronics text on the bottom. It translates...
You got too much time. You've got a problem.
No, it says fuck.
No, it doesn't.
Now, the way it's in here, I don't know if the website censored it or if it's censored on that, but it's F***K.
Wow.
So I don't know. I don't know which one was which. A more clever use of Cybertronics comes when Rhinox identifies the probe. The text scrolling on the bottom repeats, "This is a very odd alphabet and I do not understand anything."
Wow. Wow.
Episode 12, Dinobot paraphrases William Shakespeare's Hamlet for the first time. For the first time, Maggie. Upon finding several of Tarantulas' legs. More specifically, his little monologue is inspired by Hamlet's famous, "Alas, poor Yorick." And he says, "Alas, poor Tarantulas. I knew him, Cheetor." Wow, I can't do it.
I knew him, Cheetor.
This is the leg that stalked so many victims that it should come to this. The exchange between Dinobot, Rhinox, and Rattrap as Optimus saves the Axelon. Look, down in the sky, it's a bird, maybe a plane. No, it's Optimus. Riffs on a cliche line from Superman, as does the John Williams-esque music that plays immediately afterwards.
That's funny.
Yeah, I love that. I did not remember that
yeah,
at all.
Yeah,
and
it was
so
pretty good.
Especially the fact that we're watching Smallville.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
getting
like,
that, you know, that was just fantastic.
That was great.
Now let's look at next time on Beast Wars.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
That's right. So I kind of alluded to this earlier, but we will be watching 5 episodes for next week.
Oh, boy.
That is because, one, just to keep things moving a little bit, but it's also a 2-parter.
Yeah.
So we're including both parts of the 2-parter.
Makes sense.
So first up, we'll be watching episode 13, Dark Designs.
Ooh.
Episode 14, Double Dinobot. Yeah.
Oh my God, there's going to be 2 of them?
Episode 15, The Spark. That actually will probably be a good one. I don't remember what it is. Episode 16, and I think I remember what this one is. If this is the one I'm thinking of, it involves, I'll just say, a new location.
Okay.
And if it's that, then I remember that's one of like the first episodes I watched as a kid, and I was lost.
Okay.
Like I was completely lost. But it kind of, if it's that episode, it digs back into remember the thing that shot up the signal?
Yeah.
And the stasis pod or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't a stasis pod. That's that's the actual Transformers, but the thing that like sucked Optimus into it. Like it kind of plays into that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That stuff is kind of an overarching story in Transformers. Okay. Yeah. Episode 16 and 17. That's the one I've been talking about.
The 2-parter.
It's called The Trigger Part 1 and The Trigger Part 2.
Oh.
Now that is only off memory, so I could be totally wrong.
Okay.
I just remember it was a 2-parter.
Okay.
It reminded me, for some reason in my head, it reminded me a lot of, there's this 2-parter of Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, called Island of Illusions.
Yeah.
And it's where they all got sent to like a different dimension, and like I think all the parents were kidnapped or something. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. I may be getting a couple of confused. But like there was like quicksand and like there was like a Venus flytrap or something. I can't remember. But it, like for no reason, there's no connection.
Yeah.
Like there's no alternate dimension or anything like that. But just like it just, I don't know, in my head, like when I was thinking about that episode of Power Rangers popped up. So I don't know if they played on the same day or something. I don't know.
It's interesting.
I mean, it would have had to be during the Power Rangers Power Playback, because obviously this show was out way after Mighty Morphin had started.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's way too much information. But that's it, everybody. That's it. We have gone back to Beast Wars. Looking forward to next week. Obviously, getting a little bit further on in the season is going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to, once we get to the end of the season, I would say it's a good probably dozen, maybe 15 episodes of just an ongoing arc that happens. Like, it's really good.
Good.
Actually, I had a VHS tape as a kid that I started recording, like, the first episode where things start happening.
Yeah.
All the way through, like, because it continues on to season 2.
Yeah.
And it's like 4 or 5 episodes into season 2 also. And like I would watch just that run of episodes like over and over and over, because I loved it. It's kind of like the on Digimon when they went to Japan.
Yeah.
And Myotismon was there.
Yeah.
How like that was just a whole group of episodes. It's kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not that they go anywhere. It's just, a little mini arc.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for us, everybody. Remember, if you would like to check out those episodes, we don't run the channel. We don't even know who the guy is. But it's called Al's Replay. You can watch them over there in HD or 4K. Or obviously, you can just hang out with us and we'll recap it in our own fun little way. But that is going to wrap it up for us this week. Remember, if you'd like to get the audio version, and without ads, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome, where you can get that, as well as many other exclusive things. But that's going to wrap it up for us, everybody. Thank you for watching, and as always,
have a hopefully awesome day.
Maximals, maximize!